welcome to Living with the Landspeeder, where we Star Warsify Disney parks one attraction at a time. I'm your host, Ryan, joined by my good buddy, Katrin, and my other good buddy, Derek. We're back. The three of us are back here. It's been a while.
Derek's been
busy. We had Comicpalooza.
Katrin and I did an episode without you.
Yeah, so I was really sick.
And with you the droid. It was so hard. I was like almost in tears the whole time.
So awesome. You did awesome. What are you talking about?
No, I meant because the seed R2.
Oh, yes.
Like,
and I missed out on it.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was really great.
Yes.
It was cool. But I missed it. I was really sick. I had no voice. Yeah. So it was just one of those pass out times.
Oh.
But I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm not sick for now. We'll see what happens. So we had Comicpalooza. You guys hopefully listened to our live episode.
Yeah, we've had a lot of
Skywalking through Neverland. We had fun doing that with them and with my brother Chris, our co-host on I'm Geek.
She did a very interesting take on a ride that was not standard or expected.
No, he doesn't. He's never watched Star Wars.
It's what it seems like.
We said pick a Star Wars thing and a Disney ride and Starwarsify. He's like, okay, so there's this movie called Spaceballs, which is Star Wars adjacent.
Yes, it is. It was funny.
It was funny though.
He told me about it beforehand. Yeah, he told me about it beforehand, and I was like, that'll be fun.
So he didn't tell me.
No.
He was scared to tell me.
Yes, yeah.
It was a wild time at Comicpalooza. There was a lot of wild stuff happening. We won't get into it tonight.
No,
because that's for Living with Landspeeder After Dark
podcast.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know these details yet. I'm excited.
We'll tell you all about it later, Derek.
I feel like we
just don't have the time, really.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just the time.
I was like, let's go for a ratings boost, guys. Come on.
Yeah. It would.
So there were these ladies.
Oh my god! All the Twi'leks.
Surprisingly, there wasn't much Star Wars there.
That's right. It was very Star Wars light.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a whole section.
Yeah. But as far as like cosplayers and stuff.
Yeah. There was a large.
It was more anime.
Person that was disguised as Darth Vader walking through. He was pretty tall. I don't know if you saw him. He was big, huge. Yeah. But they did have a little setup for like the 501st and some other groups, and they all had their droids and things sitting out there. There were like these pit droids playing cards that were kind of cool, and they had all these photo ops and Jedi training you could do at certain times. But yeah. Otherwise, it was very Star Wars.
I did get to meet little Leia herself.
We did.
Wow.
Yeah, or you did.
I got to, like, I had my droid backpack on that had a Lola on top of it that was just sort of chilling and like doing her thing. And then I was walking past little Leia, Vivian, I forget her last name. Yeah. Booth, because she was there doing autographs and stuff. And there was a long line, and there was a lady standing to the side, and it was her mom. And I was like, hey, just, I know you guys are busy. Just wanted to say, your daughter was great. I just guessed it was her mom. It turned out to be her mom. Because I heard her talking to her, and I was like, I think that's her mom. I was like, my daughter dressed up as little Leia for like any Star Wars thing we do. And I showed her a picture. She's like, have you shown this to Vivian? And I'm like, well, no. And she's like, come here. And she took me back behind the table, stopped the line, and we just sat there and talked for a while about Star Wars, about the Vivian, little Leia. She loved the droid backpack. She's like, where can I get one of those? And I'm like, it's a cat carrier from Amazon. And she's like, Mom, you've got to get me one of those. And so it was cool. She was really nice, little girl. Mom was super nice. She generally it seemed like she loved being there. Like some celebrities, when you see them at these things, they're just like, okay, give me the money, I'll sign you. But she seemed like she was loving what she was doing. She was having fun.
She's not old enough to be cynical yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was crazy that they stopped the line and just took time to talk to me because I didn't pay them any money or anything. Yeah, so that
cool.
That was cool. So that was sort of one of the highlights of Comicpalooza.
And that's smart because now you're talking about it, and that's just good branding and good customer service.
Yeah,
so it's cool. Speaking of cons, they had the Des Moines Con here a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
and same thing. Like there was like no Star Wars at all. Like no one that was, I guess, and the lineup was really not great.
No.
I didn't know any of it. And my wife's like, hey, I'm going to get you tickets to go to this. I know you love going to cons. And I'm like, hey, that's super sweet of you. I have no desire to go to this.
Like the corn mascot and stuff like that.
Slipknot.
No. Slipknot. Were there Power Rangers? Because every con I've ever looked at in these small cities, it's like, or, different cities, there's always Power Rangers. Because it's that same group that puts on the Comic-Con thing, like Nashville Comic-Con, Arkansas Comic-Con. They're all the same company, I'm pretty sure, because the webpage looks the same and all that.
Yeah, it was almost all Power Rangers and anime, and like weird anime. I was like,
yeah, that's what Comic Palooza is. It's really a pop culture convention, and then it's a ton of anime. Like there's so much, and people are dressing up, which it's amazing. The costumes these people come up with, like with chainsaws on their heads and all this weird stuff. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. But and then there's just some weirdos, but that's how those things go.
This last thing I'll say about Comic Palooza until after dark, and then we'll talk about it. So my brother, who's the host of I Am Geek with us, he works on video games. We won't go into detail, but there was a costume contest, cosplay contest, and one of the winners was one of the characters that he created. And he's very like laid back guy. And all of a sudden Chris just goes, "Oh my gosh!" And he started running, and we're like, "What in the world?" Like running down these stairs, running across this road,
walking briskly. I wouldn't say running.
I don't know. He was taking off. For him, it's running because he's like a sloth. For him, it was running. And I'm like, what is going on?
The DMV guy on Zootopia.
Yeah, pretty much. He goes down there and he's like, "Hey!" He's like yelling at the guy. He goes, I made you. It's like, I created you. He's like, what? And then he told him who he was, and the guy was like, "Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for creating this character." And I get,
oh my gosh, this is even weirder.
Weirdo.
It was just really funny. Anyways, all right.
So should we just dive into Acolyte? Let's just do it. Let's just
the seal off. Has been broken.
Let's just rip the Band-Aid off, folks. We're gonna talk about it.
It's Star Wars. It's Disney.
It's on Disney.
It's on Disney.
We have to talk about it, I guess, before we get to our attraction for the night.
I'll be the nice one. I don't hate it.
Nice.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't know if I like it, but I don't hate it.
Jury's still out.
I'm hoping that they're making it so incredibly predictable for a reason. and I was promised Dark Side.
We were all.
I ain't feeling the hate yet.
No, there's no Dark Side.
So five more episodes.
Yeah.
Is there that many?
There's
like 3 or something.
I think it's 8 total.
Right?
Is it?
Yeah. Okay. And even still, like, there's some things that are pretty cool about it. That first fight scene, pretty neat.
Yeah.
I like the floating dude.
I'm not. Yeah. Okay.
He goes. Yeah. Okay.
I'm letting you have your turn. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Have your turn. Are you
done? No, that was it. I was trying to find more positive. That's all.
I did not like the opening fight scene.
Oh, you didn't?
I thought she was very lazy in the way she did her kung. I did not know kung fu. She was like, whew. It was just like really slow and weird, and like, you're really old. Apparently, I don't know. It's like it just didn't look natural to me, and I just thought it was weird, the way the way they did the scene. But I don't know. That's just me, probably.
Yeah, it was. The first scene was okay. I saw it in the theater, so it was on a big screen, so that was cool.
I saw it on a phone.
Yeah, see it on the big screen. Yeah. That was cool. And I'd heard all the negative before going into it, and I'm like, I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to stay positive, and I'm going to let it play out and see what happens.
Maybe Anakin did blow up the Death Star.
You know what? Part of me wanted to think that they did that on purpose.
I don't think
so.
I know they didn't, because he's just straight.
He's no Tom Holland.
Oh, yeah. But like, I was like, maybe he did that on purpose at first, just the first time he did it. I was like, maybe he did it on purpose to boost the algorithm, get people excited, or get people to watch it just to hate him. Yeah. And then the second time, I'm like, he fully just doesn't know what he's talking about.
He really believes what he's saying.
But to be fair, Harrison Ford doesn't know anything. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
And he's one of the greatest Star Wars characters of all time.
He knows more than that guy.
Does he?
More than that guy?
Have you heard him on like his airplane radio comms and stuff?
Well, no, I'm just saying.
I don't think he knows anything of anything anymore.
Anymore. Yeah. Okay, so what should I say? Okay, first off, I'm not going to as far as the political side of it, that, I don't care. That's cool. Whatever. If you want to do that, that's fine. To me, watching 3 episodes, I felt like Disney said, you know what we're going to do? Okay. Have you heard of this thing called Reddit? We're going to go on Reddit. We're going to find the weirdest subreddit for Star Wars we can find. We're going to take a dump truck full of money and back it up to this person's house and say, here you go. Here's $180 million. Make a Star Wars show. Because to me, it was the writing. It was the direction. It felt like a fan film. It felt like a dressed up fan film. And there's some good fan films. I've watched some really good fan films, and this was not one of them.
This is not one of them.
This is not one of them. I just felt like, okay, you're talking about the first scene when she walks up to the Jedi and goes, give me all you've got, or whatever. I'm like, what? And I was just like, and then she did it again.
Give me all your loving.
I know. I was just like,
what kind of shoes?
And then and then they have the floating Jedi.
I liked him.
Well, no,
I don't know why he broke. Just what? You're right. I am going to off. I'm going to unalive myself.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, he unalives himself, and I'm like, oh gosh, that means they did something horrible.
Nope.
And I'm like, we're going to see it in episode 3, I guess, because it's the backstory. And then the thing horrible is they didn't do anything.
But maybe they did.
Unless it comes out later. If it comes out later, then yeah. But for right now, a little girl lit a journal on fire that somehow burned down a mountain and all the witches, which they could come back and say, no, that's not what's going to happen. And I hope, and I got my fingers crossed that they do. I want it.
And then they enter the multiverse and they cancel out the last 3 movies.
I don't know, but I didn't.
The World Beyond World, sorry. Multiverse.
I didn't like the singing chanting thing. I tried to. I really wanted to, and I don't want to be one of those guys that just comes on and moans, because every Disney Star Wars thing they've put out, I've given it a chance. And even like Book of Boba Fett, I'm like, I liked it. I enjoyed it. Like people are like, it stinks and stuff. I'm like, no, I've enjoyed pretty much everything. Mm-hmm. This one so far, it's up. I mean, we all know how I feel about The Last Jedi.
Well, and Andor you didn't really love because it just was so different. And
I didn't love it, but Andor. I love it, but I liked it.
Andor.
Because when we talked, because this may be the same way. When Andor, the first few episodes came out, I was like, it's good. I like it. But then as it gone on, I was like, okay, it's better. When it finished up, I was like, okay, now it's
you get
better.
The whole picture, maybe.
I get the whole picture better. And I'm hoping that's the same for this one. But so far, I don't know if it can be. I went into this thinking that it was going to be a murder mystery. And I was like, that's going to be awesome. A murder mystery in Star Wars, because I love murder mysteries. We didn't get a murder mystery so far. We got a murder with no mystery.
A couple murders.
Yeah, a couple murders, no mystery, because they just tell you what it is. Here's the mystery.
But we're not talking about her master right now, though.
I'm just talking about the whole thing. It's just,
I don't know. Let's just be optimistic and say that there's going to be some twist.
I hope so. I really do.
Pew, pew, pew.
I really do. What? Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, here's a positive, though. What do you think about the Pip droid?
The droid? I love the droid.
Pip boy.
Yeah, it was a total Pip.
Why are we calling him Pip? Why are we calling Pip?
I like the droid.
I don't know.
And I always like new
really
droids. Cool. New droids are cool. I'll give you. I know this is going to be armchair quarterback, and whatever I say doesn't really matter. But I'll tell you how I would do the first episode to make it more of a murder mystery. To make it more of a mystery, even for the first episode.
Not give up the murderer the first episode.
Here's what I would do. Because there's twins. First off, in this marketing stuff, no twins. Don't say, hey, there's twins. Okay? This is what they gave me at the thing I got about you.
Oh, you bought it at Spencer's.
No, yes, Spencer's Gifts.
Right next to the adult section in the back.
Okay, so here's how I would, and I know this may be impossible to do or whatever, or it would maybe boring or whatever. I would make the whole first episode with sort of the background of the twins, but you don't know they're twins. So you're seeing her growing up, and you're seeing different aspects of her growing up, and you're seeing her on this ship thing where she's a mechanic, and you're seeing her somewhere in the forest doing something else, and you're seeing all these things. And you don't know that she's a twin. And you don't know that there's Jedi that one of the twins is going after. And I wouldn't reveal that the person who's going to be murdered is a Jedi until like the very end of the episode. And the whole first episode is this background of this, what you think is a girl struggling with the light side and the dark side. And she's going back and forth, and it's pulling her one way and it's pulling her the other way. And not till like the end of the episode does it come out. We're not talking about one girl dealing with the Force, pulling it one way or the other. We're talking about these twins, and we're seeing their different paths.
So you're Star Warsifying Star Wars right now.
Yeah, I am. And then because the end of the episode, we still think that she's just one singular girl going to murder somebody.
We're only 3 episodes in.
Yeah. But no, this is how it started.
Yeah.
Because it would set up more of,
but we don't know what they're setting up. Maybe that's nothing.
Well, I'm just saying it would have that catch to say, oh crap, it was two girls the whole time. This could be interesting. I want to watch episode 2 or 3. But the way they did it, I was like, I guess I'll watch the next one.
Yeah, but maybe these aren't she's not the villain you think.
No, I'm just saying
you're looking for.
I'm just saying that's the way I would do it, to set it up to make you want to watch the next one.
Maybe
because so far I have not wanted to watch the next episode.
No, I get it, and I'm the same way. I actually haven't watched the 3rd one. I've seen people talk about it and review, and I've seen parts of it, and I'm just
skip it.
But I've not been like, oh, I've got to watch this. Like I have everything else.
Yeah,
come out,
yeah,
right?
I haven't.
And they're coming out at 6 p.m. or whatever.
Oh, I
don't like it.
Yeah, I don't
like. I want it in the morning, so I've just been waiting till the next morning.
There's hardly anything I watch on time anymore. It's like
I watched the 3rd episode on my phone at a basketball thing.
Well, all of the other series that would be out like or late at night or whatever, I would watch that next morning, especially all of Mandalorian. Ron Stein and I from Star Wars Jedi Chat, he would come over to my studio and bring donuts at like 5 in the morning, and we'd sit out in my studio with my studio monitors and giant screens and stuff, and blare it. And it was amazing. It was so great. I loved it, and I missed that. I really do. I miss you, Ron.
I miss you too, young Padawan. What?
What?
So I honestly, truly hope it gets better. I want it to have a twist. I want it to end big. I want Disney to prove people wrong. I really do, because I want good Star Wars. I don't care who's in it. I don't care about that stuff. I care about good story. Give me a good story. And if you can't give me a good story, then just don't waste the money on it. Because if you look at Star Wars, there's so many good stories they haven't even touched.
Yeah, there's plenty of content out there. There's so many books and
do those stories,
things they could be doing. So
yeah, but if they do the ones that people already like and they mess them up, even if you don't mess them up, people look. That's how the book did it. Like, look at everything with Thrawn and us.
But there hasn't. I
no
mean,
one hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans. We've all said it a million times.
And I don't hate Star Wars. I don't want to hate Star Wars, but I think there's enough Star Wars now that you cannot like something, and it's okay that you don't like it.
Oh, totally.
You don't have to be like, and people don't have to be like, oh, you're just a horrible person for not liking that. No, I just don't like that.
Speaking of not liking things, let's kick into this ride because I'm so excited to tear it apart.
Anyways, so hopefully, hopefully we'll
thought it was a good segue there.
Yeah, in a few weeks we'll talk about Acolyte again, and hopefully we'll all be like, oh, well, I like what they did there.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Sure.
So. Yeah. So again, let's talk about something we all don't like.
Oh,
what's that? I like this.
Wait, you do?
Tomorrowland Speedway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what we're doing tonight?
Yeah, I like it. Well, I think it hits different when you have kids.
I don't think we've announced what we're doing. So tonight we're doing
Tomorrowland Speedway. Or whatever it's called. What's it called?
It's called Tomorrowland Speedway.
Yeah. Disney World. At Disneyland is called
Autopia, right?
Yeah, Autopia.
That's what we're doing tonight. With we're throwing in the restaurant there too.
Cosmic Rays.
Cosmic Rays.
Yes, sir.
I like Tomorrowland Speedway. I think because it gives my kids, I get to they like to drive, and it's fun to watch them bump back and forth.
Yeah, I still have a video of when I was 5 years old, the first time I went, and I thought that was when I thought you did this to drive a car.
Yeah,
and my poor Uncle Dave, he's like, Derek, keep it straight, and I'm just poor man.
Those
and
rails,
I know, I'm like,
man.
I am keeping it straight.
That didn't when they first. It may have been Autopia, but when they first opened, it didn't have rails, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
The cars were going off the side, turning backwards.
So
they were literally going off the rails.
Legoland has an attraction where you can get your driver's license.
Yeah, I've done that.
And I don't think it has rails. I think you just drive around and there's like stop signs and all this stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's no rails, and it's just for little. It's just for little kids. Adult couldn't get on there and be like,
"No,
move out of the way, kid."
Right
now, they do have a boat ride that's like that too, and we were on that, and we're like nailing people and passing them and
good old fashioned head trauma.
Yes,
can't go wrong.
But we're not talking about Legoland.
No. So, Tomorrowland Speedway is, if you don't know what it is, it's basically little cars on little roads in a circle. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Not
electric cars.
Yeah. So, some of the arguments are that it's hot, it's smelly.
It's hot.
It takes up a lot of real estate.
Yeah, it does.
A lot. And they cut half of it to put Tron in. So, those are some of the complaints.
And if you don't have kids, it is pretty annoying to ride it because you're just like, oh my gosh, I just want to get out of here, right? But if you have a kid, you at least understand it and you're part of that whole thing. But if you're not, then it's
I still have that nostalgia on it
by myself.
Yeah, I have that nostalgia with it, but there's nostalgia things at Disney that I don't really care for, but I would hate to see go. This one, I'm just like, pew.
Yeah. Well, to even make it go away as much as just do some different things with it, possibly. I guess.
Well, and the noise is a thing because it's starting with Tron there, and just put the electric cars in.
It's not tomorrow anymore. This is
Yesterland.
Yesterdayland.
They're saying just put Teslas in and
Cybertrucks. There is a couple Cybertrucks around my neighborhood, and I'm like, I had one on order for a while.
And nice.
But I canceled it because they scammed a lot of people with that whole. They're gonna come. We've got a $45,000 model that's gonna. That model's never coming out.
No, there's a few around here. There's one that has the big metal spike things that come out of your tires.
Yeah,
on the sides of it. It's crazy.
Worst place. Ding.
I saw one driving towards me on a road, and I was like, "What is that?" Because I've seen them, pictures, and we saw one at Comic Palooza and all this. Yeah. But I actually never seen one on the road, and it freaked me out for a second because I was like, "What am I on? Am I on some movie or some futuristic thing? What is happening?" It was really weird.
You've been punked. All right, so who's going first?
I'll go first.
Okay,
mine's very simple. Very simple.
All
There's only one. Well, there's only one choice.
Oh.
There's only one choice for this ride. I'm sorry. Anybody that has a different choice, you might have some good ideas. But this is a simple ride that's slow. It's simple. It's colorful. And what else do we know that's slow and simple and colorful, but none other than the
Chris is a host of I'm Geek, not here. Sorry, I just do that because he doesn't listen.
He doesn't listen.
Oh my god.
Anyways, so what is this?
The mopeds from Book of Boba Fett.
Ooh.
Yes.
So you hop on these tricked out mopeds, which are electric, nice and quiet. You go around and they look fun and they go super slow.
Because that's what happens in Book of Boba Fett.
It's in Book of Boba Fett.
Like, why are they going so slow?
There's a lot of sharp turns and stuff. They gotta, they don't want to go through a building, so they gotta go so slow.
Perfect, then.
But that's where they can change it though, because now they can build up all of that space to have the buildings, and you can even use those buildings for something if you want. Maybe it's another playground area. I feel like Magic Kingdom desperately needs a playground space that's not Tom Sawyer Island.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm wrong.
Not their version of Tom Sawyer Island, but our version.
Oh gosh, that was so good.
Go back and listen to that if you haven't.
Was so good. But the problem with Tom Sawyer Island is a playground now. It's a lot of work to get over there.
Yeah, it is.
Especially if you have kids. Like the perfect example of a great playground at Disney was the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
I never felt like Hollywood Studios or MGM at the time didn't have enough to do when I was a kid, because I would just go there and play. So that's where, like, hey, let's have the slow mopeds that look really cool, and let's have some cool buildings around there and make it a little bit of a playground for kids. That's it. Simple, slow. Now, Cosmic Rays, on the other hand.
Oh,
this
not slow at all.
No.
Okay.
We're gonna stay in the same show, as a matter of fact. Same episode, if you will. This is now Garza Fwip's Sanctuary. So, for a few reasons. One, it looks really cool in there. Yeah. Two, she's smoking hot. And she's the new animatronic that replaces Cosmic Ray.
Oh.
Or, even better, it's a live person doing a stage show. So that's my whole thing with that. And in the restaurant now, you have meet and greets and different characters walking through, and you even have Boba Fett will show up, Fennec, and I think it would be a really, really fun place. And Disney has been introducing more adult libations in Magic Kingdom, and I say, let's go for it.
I've got one little thing that we need to talk about real fast. You said that she was going to replace the animatronic Cosmic Ray.
Oh, that's over at the other spot. That's Sunny
Eclipse.
Sunny Moon.
How
Eclipse.
dare you?
That's in the same building, right? That's in that building, right?
Yeah, Sunny Eclipse. I was being silly.
Musician at Cosmic Ray.
Yeah, he's a musician at Cosmic Ray.
And I think I just said he's gonna, yeah, I did say it wrong. It's fine.
It's
Ever.
I was just being silly.
All I wanted was the hot Twilight. Come on. Sorry you're not on board with that.
No, I mean, it's Sunny Eclipse, so
yeah,
he's rocked it out all over the galaxy.
Yeah, for real. And that's something where you could keep him there.
You could.
And maybe one of you will. I don't know. We don't talk about these ahead of time. But there you go, friends. You get some more Book of Boba Fett. It doesn't get enough love on it. Even though I've done stuff with the mopeds before.
Oh,
because I freaking love them.
I was going to choose the same thing, and then I was like, no, I got to change it because Derek's probably going to pick
that. You can do it too. It's just proof of concept. That's all.
No, I've got something different. Okay. That was one of my things. I got something different.
But... Okay, what do you got?
You want me to go? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That way Catron can't show us up until we're done.
We are going to Mos Espa for the Mos Espa Classic, sponsored by Watto's Junk Shop.
Yeah.
He's made it up in the world. He's risen up in the, Mos Espa, and he's now a prominent figure. Watto. He's made a lot of a lot of money. I can't do a Watto. Sorry,
that was not a good one.
Oh, it's me, Watto. I can't do Watto.
Anyways, stop.
Hey, it's me, Watto.
Gonzo or Fozzie Bear?
Waka. I can't do voices. That's my brother. On I'm Geek. Anyways. But here's what's gonna make this ride cool. It's still gonna be the, like it is now with the cars going around in the thing. But you're gonna have lots of different speeders, pod racers, scooters, speeder bikes to choose from. Mm-hmm. But what's going to make it special is that with your vehicle, you're going to get augmented reality goggles.
Oh boy.
That you're going to wear. So, like when you get in your pod racer, you can see the engines, the big engines in front of you. You can see, it looks like you'll look like you're in the whatever vehicle you're in. Yeah. And then you'll see like pit droids, you'll see Tusken Raiders up on hills, you'll see other bounty hunters, around, you'll see other speeders flying past you with augmented reality. Because the cool thing about the augmented reality is not only do you see all this cool stuff, but you see what's really around you. So it looks more like, oh, this is happening. So it's not like virtual reality where you're going to put goggles on and you're just going to see a computer screen with stuff. So this is more high tech, and Disney's figured it out somehow how to do it. We'll just leave that to them. But so it's going to be an augmented reality race, pretty much.
So you could even have a section where they customize their vehicle.
Yeah, you could do.
And I mean, once you get up there, then it loads your customized vehicles. Because it's all augmented reality.
Yeah. So that way they can do a lot of different stuff with the same attraction. Mm-hmm. So you can change it up. So it makes multiple rides more, people want to do it multiple times because you can maybe be on a pod racer, maybe be on a, like a scout speeder bike or Landspeeder or whatever. So
like living with the Landspeeder?
Yeah, like living with Landspeeder. You have the little green thing with Archie in the back.
Sponsored by.
Yeah, sponsored by. So that's the ride. So it's going to be the Most Espa Classic, sponsored by Watto. Of course, when you put the goggles on, Watto's going to be there. He's going, hey,
he's a Targaryen.
Yeah, what kind of? He's going to guide you through it. He's going to, be the guy that, the pre-show guy that guides you through it as you're getting everything ready. He's going to help you pick out your vehicles. Mm-hmm. He's going to charge you for it, of course. He's going to tell you that he's going to place a bet on you, so you better win. All that fun stuff. So you'll have Watto like in your ear the whole time too, like telling you, "Come on, go faster, go faster! I got big money on this, big credits or whatever."
It's getting worse.
I told you I can't do it.
Waka waka.
And then so we'll move over.
Watto the frog here.
Hey, Watto the frog. We'll move over to the Most Espa Cantina. So it's just going to be a big, huge cantina on Most Espa with the Max Rebo band, of course, because we got to have more Max Rebo. He's got to be everywhere. So the Max Rebo band, maybe with a special guest, Sunny Eclipse, plays all over the place. Sunny Eclipse will be sitting in
Cosmic Ray himself.
Yeah. Sunny Eclipse will be sitting in with the Max Rebo band as they play some tunes from throughout the galaxy. Such classics as, go ahead.
I
should have pulled up Sunny Eclipse's playlist because he's got all kinds of funny. It's like real songs, but he's changed the.
Tell you what, the real playlist is still DJ Rex. That playlist is awesome.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. But he's in a different park, so. Anyways, so yes, that's my area. I didn't make a shop. I think catering made a shop. I didn't make a shop. We could have Watto's shop. We could have Watto's.
Yeah,
I got a shop for mine. I got a perfect shop for mine. It's called the I Am Geek Shop, where you can buy custom kyber crystals.
found on Etsy right now, but soon.
I promote this more than you do. I think it's great. I have no dog in the fight other than I really like them.
I'm going to shop on Etsy for all your kyber crystal needs that you can get to use with your Savi's Workshop lightsabers. So I can have Watto shop. Maybe you could build your own speeder, sort of like the Droid Depot, but you're building your own little radio-controlled speeder to take home with you, or something. Whatever they're controlled by. Yeah,
I like it.
There we go. Now Catron's going to bring it home. It's going to be amazing. He's got a whole script, 4 pages long. Single spaced.
This is like Ryan for the first 20 episodes.
That's right. All right, you ready?
I was born ready.
Buckled in because it's a
I am Starwarsifying that whole area into this one big area. Welcome to Tosche Station.
Oh,
we're excited to have you here for the opening of our new Landspeeder testing and repair facility, the Tosche Station Speedway. So we're just turning it into Landspeeders, so it's kind of similar to Ryan's, but mine are just they're making Landspeeders. As you enter the main building, you'll be able to watch mechanics work on various Landspeeders and find some familiar relics from Tatooine throughout the queue. I started feeling like this was like test track, like my test track a little bit. And I was like, oh, it's not really test track, but it's similar. We've also upgraded the outside loading bays with a new cooling system and adaptive shade to help you endure the brutal Tatooine climate. Today, you and your co-pilot will have the opportunity to test drive one of the latest Landspeeder models, the SW77. This speeder is equipped with a new electric drive system that will offer you a smooth and comfortable ride. Please remember to buckle up and do your best to avoid bumping into other drivers on our track. So similar to today, you have to watch out for that.
Watch out.
While you're at Tosche Station, we encourage you to waste time with your friends and stop by Star Traders to pick up a power converter or an I Am Geek kyber crystal.
Oh, there we go.
His lightsaber. You'll also find a wide selection of scrap parts and droid accessories. So I'm expanding where you can find the scrap pieces for the lightsabers,
cool.
but also for the droids. Like have another droid depot, and place where you can build those. And if you're hungry, you can go. This is the stupid part. You can go to Cosmic Ray's Skywalker Lounge.
Oh, did you put that in ChatGPT?
No, I did not. I just thought it was funny because it was Cosmic Ray, and I was like, Cosmic Ray Skywalker's Lounge is a great place to spend your credits for a bite to eat while you enjoy music from Big Grandan and the Modal Tones, which is the Cantina band. It's one of the. Don't forget to use the mobile ordering to expedite your ordering process. Thank you for visiting Tosche Station, and may the Force be with you.
What kind of food can you get at Ray Skywalker's?
It will be
bland,
bland,
watered down.
That you have to. It'll be a hamburger and chicken strips, but you have to like add water to make it. It's just like this little packet.
Cookie cutter.
It's kind of gross, but it's Tatooine.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But so basically, I'm turning it into a Landspeeder ride in their electric vehicles, and same idea because I still like the idea of it being a kid's ride and a kid's first time driving, but it's a kid's first time driving a Landspeeder, and maybe there's a droid in there that's making beep boop beep boop noises. And,
well, that would be cool to have a droid up front.
Yeah. And, you run into something like,
almost like Rise the Resistance kind of thing.
Yeah.
So for Halloween, would it change into Ray Palpatine's lounge?
That's right. It gets a little dark. And, there's lightning.
Speaking of things changing to Halloween,
turn into screens and all that.
Speaking of things changing to Halloween, I don't know. I think I was watching Disney Food Blog the other day, and my wife does not watch all the YouTube stuff. So I'm watching, and they were talking about like Halloween and how the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland changes to Nightmare Before Christmas, and she's like, "Wait, they do that at Haunted Mansion?" And I was like, "Oh no, honey, that's in Disneyland." She's like, "No, this is."
Yeah, it is.
And she was like, "This is ridiculous. We don't get anything good." I was like, "You should have never seen that." I was like,
well, it just means you have to
go to Disneyland now.
We need to go to Disneyland. Right?
He's never been.
She'd be like, "You're right. We need to go to Disneyland at Halloween."
I saw the ticket. We need to go. Let's go.
But that would be with me.
And your wife, she can come too.
And me.
I don't like the third wheel thing.
She can be the third wheel. It's
Would you want to be our third wheel? Come on.
Would I? If I got to go to Disneyland?
No. I mean, if you were her and you and I are going, would you want to be that third wheel?
I don't know. I mean, if I got to go to Disneyland, I would be like.
We could bring our families, and then she could hang out with the wives. And
there you go. That'd work. And I'm sure it would work.
Hanging out with other girls.
For sure.
All right, so we just gotta wait till the Haunted Mansion opens back up. It's still closed, right?
I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah,
because they're redoing it.
Sure.
Yeah, not redoing, just refurb.
Well, you know what I mean. They're putting in a whole new outside area.
They're gonna move the Hatbox Ghost to this little hallway part. It works so well over at Disney World. They're like, we gotta do this.
Have we talked since I've been on it?
I've been on it.
I don't think we've talked since I've been on it, right?
It was just such an odd place.
I didn't like it at all.
Like, even if you take the story out of it, of like, oh, the happy haunts, people are like, well, yeah, but you see like the guy coming out of the coffin before Madame Leota, but it was just like, oh, hey, there's power outlets right here. Let's put it here.
It was really so
easy access to power.
Yeah.
And it was so fast. It was just like, oh, there it is. There it goes. And it was just like, all right, that was something.
I would rather them just like put him in Madame Leota's room. Like, oh, okay.
I would have rather them put him anywhere, I think. It is very awkward. And the Donald Duck chair's gone. At the time that I went, there was no floating candelabra, but I think they finally brought that back.
Oh, that's good.
Which I don't know why they got rid of it to begin with.
Maybe they had to move it a little bit.
I don't know.
It's not floating anymore. They're like, I don't stop floating. We don't know how to do this.
But yeah, I didn't care for it. I like the Hatbox Ghost, but I didn't care for it. I could have done without it. Yeah. Oh well.
So anyways.
So we got 3 different rides.
Yeah, pretty much.
All good.
Yeah. Any chance I get to use the mopeds, I'm in.
I need to get you one. You should get one of those mopeds.
For real.
That'd be cool.
I would ride it around.
I like them too. I like them because they came straight from like concept art.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I like how they were very slow. I thought it was funny.
I like it.
I thought they were doing it to be ironic.
Maybe they were.
But I watched it. I wasn't like, what are they doing? I was like, that's funny. And then everybody's like, no, it's not funny.
It's
I was like,
bad.
I kind of feel like it is funny. And people were like, nope.
Oh, one more thing about the Acolyte. Then
gosh, here we go.
It's just something funny for me. So, end of episode 2, when you go to where the Wookiee is, the way they framed it and the way they made him come on the screen, I felt like I was watching 2 guys come upon some weird old nudist that lived in the woods because the way they had him, and we're used to we're used to seeing Chewbacca with just the bandolier thing, but everything that we've seen of this Wookiee, he's had the full Jedi stuff on, and then you just see him coming running out of the woods with like just a little thing on, and that's it, and he's like with this sign that basically says "keep out." It felt like the weird crazy guy that lives in the woods, and I
just thought it was like Shrek.
Yeah, well, you're like, don't go in the woods because that weird naked crazy guy will come at you. That's what it felt like to me, and I was like, wait, it just felt off. I don't know why it just felt off, but the thing that made it weird for me is like, Chewbacca's just worn a bandolier since 1977. It shouldn't be weird, but for some reason with this Wookiee, it was weird seeing him coming running out there in just his fur. So.
Well, we did see Chewbacca in just his fur and other Wookiees in Solo, actually.
Yeah. So it shouldn't be weird, but for some reason the way they framed it
was weird.
And Book of Boba Fett too. We had
I'm saying it shouldn't be weird, but for some reason the way they framed it and the way it made me feel weird. It was like, I don't like that. I don't like it. Put some clothes on that Wookiee.
Dirty.
Yeah, it made me feel dirty. Anyways, I thought this was another successful Starwarsify of an attraction. And you would think it's just a little car, right? What can you do? But I think we made it better. Each one of us made it better in some way.
Yeah, we did.
I liked it.
We sure did.
We sure did.
We sure did.
But next time is our 30th chapter, as we're calling it.
Wow.
30 chapters.
Can you believe it? We've done 30 attractions.
Wow.
We've actually done more of that because a couple of the episodes we each did a different attraction.
Yeah.
So I think we're having a special guest for our 30th episode.
Oh, is it George Lucas?
Sort of.
Whoa.
Actually,
what?
Sort of.
What?
It's sort of George Lucas.
What do you mean?
In a world where George Lucas has a talk show.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
We're going to have the producer. Hopefully. It could change.
What?
We're having the producer from the George Lucas talk show.
Yeah.
Come on. If you could find this on YouTube, and let me tell you, I've been watching them, and it's
funny.
Freaking hilarious. This guy dresses up like George Lucas. He hosts a talk show. His sidekick is Watto, which we mentioned tonight.
What does he sound like?
Hey, Watto, it's me, Watto. And now, here you go.
It ain't easy being blue.
Here's George Lucas. Waka waka.
Wow.
Hey.
This is getting better.
Like,
Only credits.
Only credits. What in the world?
What is happening?
I don't know. Anyways, so yes, so the producer is going to be hopefully on here to promote their new documentary they have that's coming out. I think it's out now on video on demand. You can watch. Funny show. Go check it out on YouTube. Hopefully it all works out. He's going to be here next week. We're still deciding on the attraction. He sent us a few. I sent it to the guys here, and
I didn't look at it.
I haven't heard back, so it's going to be.
What did you send? Let's see. I saw you send something.
Yeah.
Let's see what it was.
Yeah.
Right here on the show.
They never look at my text.
What? Yeah.
Which one? Do we want to pick one right now?
No.
Okay.
Needs to be a surprise.
Okay, we can't do that one. We already did that one.
So here's one thing I was thinking of. We've done a lot of rides, and if we're not careful, we're going to end up at the end of this with we're doing all shows at the end. If we do all the rides first,
we put some shows in there.
So there's a show in your list. We could suggest that one. It's a show.
Yeah.
We do have some. I'm just saying.
This is our 30th. This is our 30th. So let's make
this is
it
an
big.
Extravaganza.
Yeah, let's make it. Let's look at the list. We'll make.
I might wear pants on this episode.
Sweet.
Wow.
Waka waka. Next week we'll all be dressed up as Watto. No, not really. But yeah, go check out that.
Ryan will do his Watto impression the whole episode.
Yeah. I'll be like,
hey, do anything else.
I'll be like, hey man, I know you have Watto as a sidekick on the show.
I've
got this spot on impression.
Really good at this.
Maybe we should do that one option that you have there.
Oh, Watto.
And you could use that voice.
Oh, waka waka.
Waka waka.
Hey, little Annie.
Hey, it's getting better.
No, it's not.
Well, it's I got ears in. Oh,
it's because I got ears in.
Hey, come check out chapter 30 of Landspeeder.
It's getting more. It's changing every time.
I've never been a voice guy. So
your kids must be sad when you read.
We can call James that do the voiceover though.
Yeah. We've got people to do it.
We do have people.
He'll be like, I don't do what.
That's the one thing I don't do.
That's the one thing.
I thought Ryan was spot on.
I could do a little Mickey Mouse and that's it. That's the only voice I can do.
Like a tiny.
You can't do a big. Yeah, I was gonna say you can't do a big.
No, like I can do. I don't know if I can do it right now.
Oh
boy.
Oh boy. That's all I can do.
That was decent.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
And If you want to do a goofy, the best way to do it is act like you got punched in the stomach and go, "Gorsh, gorsh, Mickey."
All right. Well, I think it's that time to wrap up chapter 29.
Right for
Watto has come and gone.
As Watto does.
Hopefully never to return. And I'm looking forward to next week. I'm glad we're back together, the three of us. Look at us.
Next episode, not next week. Right? Where are we going next week?
Next episode.
No, I said next.
You said week.
Episode?
You said next week a few times, yeah.
Sorry. Next episode, the 27th, I think.
Yeah.
Is when our guest will be on for chapter 30. He's got a lot of credits behind him too. So.
Yeah, he paid us a lot of them.
Credits. No, I mean like stuff that he's worked on and stuff that he's done. So it's
at least 30.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Catron is.
Yes. I'm excited.
I am excited for real.
And then like next week, I'm totally excited. Really excited. Next week we'll be back with I Am Geek. We'll be doing something geeky. I don't know. We'll have another episode.
Halfway through Acolyte.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, all right. Until next time, don't light your mountain on fire. It'll burn down all the witches with it. This has been Living with the Landspeeder. Waka waka! See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.